Welcome to this week's episode. I'm Paula Williams.
And I'm John Williams.
And we are ABCI, and ABCI's mission is...
I hope all you ladies and gentlemen out there in the aviation world sell more of your products and or services.
Absolutely. So we were able to, thanks to our fabulous team, who kind of took over the reins for us and took care of customers mostly. We were dialing in every night just to make sure everything was okay. But we were able to go on a vacation.
A what?
A vacation. It was astonishing. We went to Europe and spent about 10 days, and it was really pretty cool.
We're actually trying to get into the Pilatus aircraft factory, but they are scheduled 7 months out or so that didn't work.
Right.
We did get some pictures and talk to people.
Mm-hmm. But one of the things that we did get to do that actually does have some bearing on aviation, right, was the Leonardo Museum of Science and Technology in Milan. Mm-hmm. I won't say the Italian name of that because I'm not very good at Italian pronunciation, but it was really an amazing experience. And if you have the opportunity to see that museum, I highly recommend it. And one of the things that I took away from that experience was what a generalist and what a great generalist Leonardo da Vinci was, right? Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of things. I took a lot of pictures at the museum of some of his aviation specific inventions and things. The world's first sort of helicopter thing, right?
Well, that's what people call it.
Right. And so on. And, that's a great thing. But anyway, in the United States, our education system is kind of geared toward funneling people into a specialty, right? I mean, we always ask little kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? As if there is one thing that they want to be when they grow up, right? I think if you'd asked Leonardo da Vinci that question, he wouldn't have been able to answer, right? And part of the problem is, especially in marketing, a lot of the people that we do business with, or a lot of the people that are out there offering marketing services, are very specific. Mm-hmm. You can spend your entire lifetime mastering Google and mastering Google SEO and Google Ads and all of the updates and everything that happens and so forth and so on. And you can spend easily 80 hours a week doing nothing but studying and implementing and recording and metricing and revising and analyzing your results from Google and making changes and so forth. And there are people that do that, and we employ some of those people. Mm-hmm. And they love it. It's a great opportunity for them because it's a thing that they love. John and I are what we call generalists, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that actually works better for a lot of people, because if you go out and hire a Google specialist and the best way of marketing your product or service is actually events or direct mail or something else, you're barking up the wrong tree. And it doesn't matter how good they are at what they're doing the wrong thing. They're using the wrong tool for the wrong job, and they're never going to accomplish the objective that you want for the money you want to spend, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, so I think the best thing to do is to hire a marketer, such as ABCI.
Of course you do.
That uses a variety of tools and will even make new tools when we have to accomplish the objective of our client, and to really listen to our clients and do what is needed to accomplish whatever objective there is. So Leonardo da Vinci was a poor kid. I learned this when I was in high school, but I'd kind of forgotten all about this until we went to the museum. He was the son of a notary, and he was apprenticed, which was kind of a crappy lifestyle in those days, becoming basically enslaved to a goldsmith. And so his first job was hauling coal and wood and, doing all the things that a goldsmith needs a little kid to do that is no fun, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so he learned that trade. He also learned how to solve problems, how to make tools. He became eventually an engineer. When he applied to the Medicis, who were eventually his employers, his resume listed He had all kinds of ideas on the construction of tanks and cannons and the destruction of fortresses and building bridges and lightweight, durable structures and all of these things. He was a civic engineer. He was able to design towns and streets and everything else. And only last on his resume, the last little line in this big, long 3-page resume was painter and sculptor, right? So, he knew how to do a lot of things. And his main contention and his main value to the Medici family, who was the power broker of the day, right, was his versatility.
He knew how to draw.
He knew how to draw.
And if you want a head scratcher,
Mm-hmm.
those of you that have any idea of Da Vinci know that he disappeared for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Subsequent to his return, he drew a map
Mm-hmm.
of the South Pole. With satellites today, we have determined that that map
It
is
was pretty accurate.
completely accurate.
So,
How did he do that?
spooky skills, right? Okay. But he, his main value to the people who had the money to employ him and to give him all of the resources that he had they hired him because of his versatility, because he was the guy you could go to and say, I have a problem. And whether that problem was, I need to decorate a wall, or I need to attack a city, or, I need to build a bridge, whatever the problem was, Leonardo da Vinci would step back, figure out how to do it, and make
he
it
had
happen.
a built-in logic module.
He did. Better than ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was really, really cool, seeing all of that and really thinking about how to become a generalist. And, I'm not asking little kids anymore, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm thinking about what problem have you learned to solve recently, and they're always really happy to tell you all about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Bill Gates did a commencement address at Northern Arizona University, which is kind of ironic when you think about it, because Bill Gates didn't graduate from college. But he is one of those people who is a generalist, right? Or he never would have gotten where he's gotten. He's not just a software guy. He's also a company founder, a philanthropist. He's a project manager. He's a lot of things. But the two things that he wanted to convey in that commencement address was, number one, life is not a one-act play. So, don't think about college or don't think about your life as, I need to learn one skill and learn how to solve one problem and I need to learn how to do one thing really, really well. It's going to change and it's going to evolve. And as technology evolves, we all have to adapt and start learning, new tools and new ways of getting things done. And then the second thing was, don't worry so much about being successful, but learn to solve problems. Because if you can solve your own problems and other people's problems, you will never have a problem with being successful, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So anyway, that was our experience at the Leonardo Museum and how we want to apply it to real life, right?
Yep.
Okay. See you next week.